Hey, folks, it's Lindsey Huddleston back in the building, another SPS mental health moment. With this platform, I get a great opportunity to speak with some great individuals. But when you talk about family, speaking of Kareem, Rozier, I call him nephew because it's like his dad, my guy Elijah, going back to Western Michigan University, but a great young man. I'm always happy to see you, not just because you're great basketball ability, you're just a really positive young man, a leader not on the court, but amongst your peers. And you're doing a great job representing St. Mary's Orchard Lake, and proud of you, man. So tell me what's going on.
Man, it's been crazy lately. It's a time that we never thought, what happened. It came out of nowhere. So lately, just to stay in shape, just working out in the house, running, things like that. And then it's great, because having more family time, everybody's in the house now. So I'm back home, not, away from school. So it's great. Everything is fine.
That's good. I know your dad is definitely putting on his coaching hat too and letting you know what you need to be doing. I can only imagine like that. This is what we need to be doing. So let's give a recap of your season. You guys are one of the top programs in the state. A loaded program. Let's call it what it is. Give a recap of the season for those who may be living under a rock and don't know what's been going on with you guys at your school.
Yeah, this past season, we finished AP number 1 in the state. We finished 21-1. And, we had a lot of good talent this season. We played a lot of big teams. We had the hardest schedule this year. And, coming into the season as a sophomore, I had to be the leader and push everybody. And, everybody built in. We all wanted to win. We didn't want to end so early, but it happened. Just so happened that way. Yeah.
Yeah, you sit here and you say you're a sophomore, and I'm just amazed. I know you are, but to be a sophomore and to be the floor leader that you are for your team, especially playing with so many other talented young men on your team, explain to me what it's like to be in that role and how do you carry that role so well?
Being a small guard, I have to be a lot, vocal. And I can't really be a small guard that's quiet and things like that. So when I'm on the court, I want to have the biggest heart. I'm going to be the smallest, but I'm for sure have the biggest heart with the biggest mouth. And, my guys, they respect that. They all know that Reem got us. No matter what, Reem he's going to push us. He's going to lead us in practice, in the games. He's going to get on us, tell us where to be. So it's just all about, having the right mindset when I am the leader and I am the point guard, and everybody is going to buy in.
Yeah, and they absolutely do. There's no question about it. So for any young person who may be watching you or whatnot, and trying to learn about how to be, what advice can you give to someone who may be a smaller guard, male or female, and they're trying to command and lead their team? What advice would you give them?
The best advice I would give them is to not think short, to always think big, and to never be scared. Just go out there with no mercy and be ready to kill anybody,
So
it's really
mentality you're talking about.
It's just the mentality. That's all it is.
Wow, that's good. Well, yeah. Speaking of mentality, talk about The Last Dance. You've been having a chance to catch up with that. What has that been like? Because as I talk to all the guys, I interview the coaches, like we grew up in that area, so we kind of lived it. But what is it like for you to have heard about Michael Jordan, see little highlights, but then to be able to see something like a documentary that goes in great detail? What is that
like? Ma, I'm in an interview. Hold on one second. Yeah, I grew up, as a kid and stuff. Magic. That's all. Uh-huh. That's all. Magic. Me and my pops, and that's my favorite. Who I think is one of the best. But watching Jordan, watching The Last Dance is different. Because I never knew that it was like that for them. And he was just so good, and the way he was passionate and how hard he worked and led his team, it was just great, to witness and see his story.
Yeah. Yeah. So talk about that as a team and camaraderie. How has it been for you guys since the news about the COVID-19 came and you had to shut things down? How have you guys been dealing with it as a team?
As a team, we still talk in the group chat, laugh, joke around. We're still hurt about it, but, it's over. There's nothing we think we can really do about it. Next year we're just going to have to come back. We have unfinished business. That's what we've been saying. So we have unfinished business. We have to come back, work harder, and try to win it next year.
So how those things change for you guys? How many seniors will you be losing?
Well, we're losing 2 seniors, 1 starter, Lauren Bowman, and then we have another one coming off the bench, Jake Kizzy, who's going to be leaving too. Okay. So, we're basically going to have our same team next year, just missing a few people. That's it.
So great stuff. When you talk about a team, being ranked #1 in the state, I mean, talk about a target on your back. How do you carry that? Do you find yourself having a chip on your shoulder? Do you find yourself always being on the lookout? I mean, how do you carry and manage that?
Just basically in practice, man. That's where it all starts. You can't. It's not the game. It's starting practice, having to focus in practice. Everyone locked in and things like that. Because that one practice, we're not locked in. We're playing around. We're goofy. That team going to sneak up on us. And in the game, there's nothing you can do about it, right? So it's all about being prepared the right way. If you're not prepared, then something's going to happen that you don't want to happen.
No, you're absolutely right. Talk more. I mean, because clearly when I see you on the campuses, if I'm covering the game at Michigan State, if you're there, whether you're in the locker room, just experiencing all that great recruits, that experience great recruits get. For guys who want to be where you are, for guys who want to get a chance to experience what you experience, what kind of attitude do they need to have? What kind of work ethic should they need to have? What are some things they can do that can help them get there, you think?
Yeah, I really just think is just embracing the work, really. I mean, and trusting the process. Everything is not going to happen at one moment. It's going to be time. It's going to take time. And really with just me, myself, it's just been, putting in the work, and good things will come. That's it.
Wonderful. Wonderful. You're doing a great job. So let's forecast a little bit. You're wrapping up your sophomore year. We got 2 more years of high school eligibility. Take me into the future of the next season or 2 and beyond of what you want your career to look like.
Yeah, really, I want to win. I want to win a state championship for sure when it comes to basketball. But everything is just not about basketball. Academically, I want to achieve higher. I want to get a 4.0 for once, and I want to keep striving for greatness in school too, just not basketball.
Oh, you're doing it, man. I just smile when I see you and I hear you speak like that. So before I let you go, what can you say as an inspiration to not only the St. Mary's community, to your friends, your teammates, or just any person who's hearing the message as it relates to this COVID-19 we're all dealing with?
Man, yeah, just stay home, really, and stay safe. I mean, it's going to push over soon. And like I said, just stay, spending time with your family and stuff. And before I get off, I do want to thank my family, my father and my mom. They've always kept me in the best positions. My brothers at every game, support system like that. I've had coaches that, been with me for a long time that have been pushing me and keeping me on the right line.
Right, and I see that beautiful family portrait in the background right there.
You see it right there.
Family's doing well, man. Y'all representing well, man. Well, Kareem, I'm so proud of you. I know you're going to be successful, and I like that everything you're saying is not about you as an individual. It's about what you can do for your team and what you can do for your community, man. So you keep it up, and when this is all over, we'll see you on the other side, okay?
Will do. Thank you.
All right, take care. I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. You too.
Yeah.